Time for me to get my guests into the show. I'm joined by Ashok Malhotra and Anish Sarjan at this hour. Ashok, coming to you, Rahane and Pujara in the middle. They are unbeaten after a 41-run partnership. Would you say this perhaps holds the key to the match's result as well as their respective test careers?
Absolutely. Their backs are against the wall. It is the last guys for them. If they don't click, then they are out of the team. As simple as that. I think the management, even patience, might have dried up now. And Pujara played unlike Pujara. I've never seen him play like that.
Right.
Maybe he played like a man possessed. And this is probably not a bad thing to do. If they can click, there's nothing like it. They've been a great servants of the game, but they have taken too long to come to the party. The fact is, now the onus is on these two, Pujara and Rahane. Can they bail India out? If India has to win this test match, these two will have to score 50s or 100s. If India has to get 250 plus total on the board. So onus is on them. They are not only playing to win the test match for India, but they're trying to win the confidence of the management and probably play for their places.
Ashok, another question I have to ask you here. How much should be the winning total on this Wanderers deck?
I think 250 should be the winning total. 200 plus will be par total, but 250 plus definitely a winning total.
Anish, Pujara played a very unlike Pujara knock, 35 of 42 balls with the help of 7 fours, 2 of which came in the final over of the day. Would you say this is just the reason why Chennai Super Kings had picked him in the auction?
Well, not really, to be very honest. That has got nothing to do with it. But he had to come out of this rut, and the best way of defense is to attack. And we've seen that Pujara, whenever he goes into a shell, he's not able to rotate the strike. And probably this was the last throw of the dice, is to attack and get runs. And so far, so good. I hope it goes on. At least he scores some decent runs, because both Pujara and Rahane have done well for India. It's just that they have been going through a very bad run of scores. And I'm afraid, as Ashok Bhai said, this might be the last opportunity.
Ashok, India has started the innings very, very positively. They're 85 for 2 right now. Would you say that, this middle order really holds the key right now, given that Virat Kohli is not playing, and after this, probably India's tail will be exposed?
Absolutely, Rika. Last 2 years, it is either the openers or the late order who's bailing us out. 3, 4 and 5 are the ones who are struggling. Now it is their job to bail India out. The top order has got out,
right,
but the way these two are batting. So probably now 3, 4 and 5 will have to come to the party if India has to put a decent total on the board. If India has to win a match, they have to score 200 plus on the board. So another 200 runs are needed from the 8 wickets which we have. So onus is on these two, definitely, because their places, they are in trouble. They are in trouble. Their places, they are bound to lose their places if they don't click. So it is a do or die for them. So in this situation, normally, most of the Indian cricketers play well when their backs are against the wall.
Well, we'll of course have to wait and see whether these two men, Cheteshwar Pujara and Ajinkya Rahane, come good because their backs are to the wall. We'll have to talk a little bit about our captain, stand-in captain KL Rahul, and Anish. KL Rahul, both times he got out to Marco Jansen. Would you say that he will be burning the midnight oil with the video analyst, trying to figure what really is going wrong while playing Marco Jansen?
Well, he did very well against him in the first test match, where he knew where his off-stump was. And this time, probably Marco Jansen got the better of him. He was bowling at the same line. And he went both the times, actually in the first, and he tried to hook him, where he top-edged him. And here, outside the off-stump, which most of the batsmen do. But more than that, Rika, I want to talk about his captainship. I probably felt he was a much more defensive than he should have attacked. I'm not trying to criticize him. It is just his first test match as a captain. But there was not a short leg being kept on in spite of having such a bounce. And secondly, bringing on Ashwin before Thakur was a bit baffling for me.
Ashok, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much would you give KL Rahul for his captaincy in this test match?
I would say 7. because he's still got a lot to learn. And I agree with Anis, because Shardul Thakur was brought in after 39 overs. And he picked up 7 wickets. Proved his captain wrong. He proved his management wrong. So then he missed a trick or two, definitely in planning his innings. Because he showed that he didn't have much of faith in Shardul Thakur. As a captain, you can never do that. You have to probably have an equal faith on everybody, A, B, or C, whichever. But on the whole, he didn't captain badly. What Anis said, probably he has a point that he should have kept a forward short line. Put South African batters a little bit under pressure. But he'll learn the tricks of the trade as he goes along. Early days.
Anis, Shardul Thakur says that these are his best bowling figures, but the best is yet to come in terms of how he bowled. How would you describe his bowling performance today, the 5-wicket haul, and then going on to take 7 wickets?
Well, he's called Lord Thakur for some reason, and also he's called Beefy. And if you have to ask me in word Bottomsker, as I read in one of the articles, he is the star. If you see, this is just his 6th test match. And 2 test matches, what he has done wonders. One was at the Gabba, where he scored a crucial 60 and picked up 7 wickets. And then at the Oval, 2 half centuries and bailed India out. And again here, where in spite of fine bowling by both our opening bowlers, that is Jasprit and Shami, they were not rewarded. But Shardul was the lucky chap. So you can say that he's the man with the golden arm.
Man with the golden arm, but Ashok, would you say that he was lucky or on this occasion, or he was the one who really made the impact today because Shardul Thakur came out of syllabus for the South African side?
Absolutely, he was out of syllabus. They never planned for him. They planned for Shami, they planned for Bumrah, they planned for Siraj. They never thought about him. But the fact is, since Brisbane, he has always been performing. He is not a showman. The modern day is a world of showmanship. He's unassuming, like his coach, Rahul Dravid, who was never rated. Whatever he did, I always do Sachin, who was hogging the limelight. But it's the same with Shardul Thakur. We don't remember what he did in Brisbane. What Anis said, 7 wickets and a 50. What about Oval Test match, where he picked up the first wicket when England was 100 without loss? He was the one to pick up wickets. He's always chipped in. And as I said before, what Anis has just repeated, he's man with the golden arm. And very unassuming that. This is a world of showmanship. You pick up wicket, but you show to the world, I've picked up 5. He picks up 5 or 7 wickets and he's still very unassuming. He's not tom-tomming about his performances. And the modern day cricket, modern day world is totally different. It is not for an unassuming guy, it is for a showman.
Well, and it's heartening for India because he is the first Asian bowler to have picked up 7 wickets in South Africa and even at the Wanderers Stadium. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining me on the broadcast.